Verse of the day. Now you are the body of Christ, and each one of you is a part of it. 1 Corinthians 12 verse 27. Thought of the day. The church is not them, it is us. Look in the mirror. You are the church. We cannot expect from the church greater spirituality, commitment and devotion than we ourselves are willing to live. We are the church. For clarification, what is the church? When I say that a church gets into the rote and then on to the rut and finally to the rot, what am I talking about? For one thing, the church is not the building. A church is an assembly of individuals. There is a lot of meaningless dialogue these days about the church. It is meaningless because those engaged in the dialogue forget that a church has no separate existence. A church is not an entity in itself, but rather is composed of individual persons. It is the same error made about the state. Politicians sometimes talk about the state as though it were an entity in itself. Social workers talk about society, but society is people. So is the church. The church is made up of real people, and when they come together, we have the church. Whatever the people are who make up the church, that is the kind of church it is, no worse and no better, no wiser, no holier, no more ardent and no more worshipful. To improve or change the church, you must begin with individuals. When people in the church only point to others for improvement and not to themselves, it is sure evidence that the church has come to dry rot. It is proof of three sins: the sin of self-righteousness, the sin of judgment, and the sin of complacency. Prayer of the day. O Christ, I want to be a body member through whom you can reach out to people. Live your life through me.